This is the Olympus 50-200 f2.8 to 3.5. It was a full-thirds DSLR lens. It was known to be optically excellent. I want to bring this lens out to this Kuala Lumpur Bird Park. I want to capture some bird portraits. I want you guys to come along with me. Let's do this! I have tested this lens before, the Olympus 50-200 f2.8 to 3.5. I will do a link to the video up here. Please check it out if you have not done so. In that previous video, I was shooting tennis. It was to test the autofocus performance of this lens, tracking fast movement sports. The tennis players were moving really fast, but it wasn't exactly the right place to test the optical performance of this lens. Therefore, I'm bringing this lens out again here in the Kuala Lumpur Bird Park to go really close to the birds to see how this lens performs optically. I want to see how sharp this lens really is. Other than that, there's no other agenda. I just want to have fun shooting this lens, and I think the birds here really miss me. The camera that I use today is the OM System OM1. Let's see more shots. Looking at the results coming out from this lens, the Olympus 50-200 f2.8 to 3.5, shooting on the OM System OM1 camera body, the lens manages to resolve plenty of fine details, very good resolution, really good contrast, and the sharpness is consistent throughout the entire zoom range. Even at the longest end, 200mm at f3.5, the images are still very sharp. In terms of sharpness, I think it is almost on the same level as the pro-grade lenses from Olympus or OM System. But I gotta say, some of the newer lenses, say the OM System 50-200 or even the 300 f4 Pro from Olympus, they're still noticeably a little bit sharper. But to me, the difference is negligible. This lens, this old lens, 50-200 f2.8 3.5 is already so sharp. I'm very happy with the results coming out from this lens. I know I've talked about how the autofocus performance of this Olympus 50-200 f2.8 3.5 using it on this OM system OM1 shooting tennis was not exactly that great. In my previous video, I talked about how my hit rate was just about less than 50%. That is quite miserable. But today I'm shooting the birds here in this bird park. They were mostly not moving so much. Either they were stationary or there's just very minimal movement. The autofocus performance was actually pretty good. My hit rate was about more than 70%, and to me that is perfectly satisfactory. I used the continuous autofocus mode on this OM system OM1 and enabled the subject detection, bird autofocus, the AI tracking, and it works really well. The handling of this lens on this OM system OM1 when I was walking around this park for several hours, it was quite good. It felt very balanced on this OM system OM1 camera body, and I really appreciate the effectiveness of the image stabilization, although there's no lens image stabilization, but the in-body image stabilization of this OM system OM1, the 5-axis IS, works effectively in stabilizing the shots. I can get some really good images even using very slow shutter speeds. It just boosts my confidence in nailing the shot and ensure that my images come out really sharp. I acknowledge that this lens may not be suitable for bird photography. It is not long enough. And here, this is a zoo-like environment in Kuala Lumpur Bird Park. The birds here allow you to go close to them. This is a very friendly environment where the birds will need the humans to feed them. It is very different. It's not representative of real-world shooting environment. Then you ask me, Robin, why do you even shoot in the Kuala Lumpur Bird Park if you know that it doesn't represent real life? Well, here's the thing. I don't care about bird photography. I'm not a wildlife photographer, and this is the best that I can do shooting birds in an urban environment. I'm not going to go into the jungle, spend 5 hours in there, eaten alive by mosquitoes and snakes and whatever bear or wildlife animal there is there, and only get 1 or 2 shots. I'm not that kind of photographer. You know me, you know my channel. All I want to do is just to have fun, to test this lens to see how it performs optically. And I gotta say, the lens is pretty impressive for such an old lens. We are not lack of options when it comes to long lenses if you want to do wildlife or bird photography. We have 150-400, 150-600, we have 300 Pro and various teleconverters you can add on the reach. For micro four thirds system, you have these choices. And this is an old lens. Yes, it may not be suitable to shoot birds. I don't really care, I said it already, but optically it is excellent. For the fraction of the price of the new OM system 50-200, yes, I know, the autofocus performance is different. That has image stabilization built in. You can add a teleconverter. It has internal zoom. It has all that good stuff. It is possibly even sharper and better in every single way, but this is so cheap. I got this for like $250 US, and for that price, I'm really happy with what this lens can do. That's all I have to share about this Olympus 50-200 f2.8 3.5 shooting birds here in the Kuala Lumpur Bird Park. I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me. If you found my sharing beneficial, if you enjoyed looking at my photographs, please consider buying me a cup of coffee, or you can contribute directly to my PayPal. Links in the description below on how you can do that. Any small contribution goes a long way, will definitely help me to continue making more content. Until the next one, please go out and take more photographs. Bye-bye.